Hey Muses, it's T-Mann and welcome back to another deck review. And hello, hi, and welcome if this is your first time finding my channel. I am so grateful to have you here. As I stated, my name is Tyler, also known as T-Mann across all of the social media platforms. But welcome to my channel. This is my channel where we do honest deck reviews and first impressions in a means to help you figure out if the decks that are being reviewed are worth your time, energy, and money for purchasing. Why am I doing this? Well, it's because most metaphysical stores don't have open physical copies for you to test drive in person, or if you're shopping online, you don't necessarily see clearly everything by the photo renderings and things like that. So this is a first-hand opportunity for you to see if you want to purchase these decks. But before we dive into this video, please make sure that you give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment, turn on that notification bell, do all of the YouTubey things so you don't miss another deck review. But today we are talking about the Initiates Oracle by Marcella. Puppy is thirsty, needed to get a drink. Marcella Kroll and Adam Smith. So let us switch our camera angles and dive on into this deck review. All right, Muses, we are back with today's deck review. We have changed our camera angles. It is the Initiates Oracle, right? I first saw a preview of this by the publisher. I wasn't sure about it, but then they specifically asked me if I would want it. And, you know, right now, it's yes and figure it out later. So, this Oracle deck, infused with occult imagery and insight, Initiates Oracle provides healing transformation for those seeking a unique journey of personal growth. This deck was born from an inspiring journey to Egypt, where the author and illustrator participated in the initiations of the Sphinx with fellow magi. Initiates Oracle is a bridge, a means to connect more deeply with your spiritual path. It's a guide that can make the mysterious of the occult accessible, offering practical wisdom that you can apply in your daily life. It was originally the, I love the cover, the scarab is beautiful. I was initially apprehensive about trying to get this deck only because I wasn't sure about the fact that, like, Egypt, cultural appropriation, things like that, but the idea of this as a study tool kind of appealed to me afterwards after I gave it some consideration. Comes in this little two-piece tuck box where you can keep the cards in it, or, you know, ditch the box and get yourself a little bag here. Gold edged cards, beautiful, like, matte finish here. Love the vibrancy of the colors. Where am I going? Brain fart. All right. But chunky guidebook. Ooh, colored imagery, so that's beautiful. We have keywords, symbolism, divinatory message and meaning. Cool. So it keeps it pretty simple. Again, my preference for Oracle decks are, you know, that they give you, like, the meaning and then a couple of keywords. We see it beautifully on the Arcana Folia. This is kind of what I base it off of, right? The idea that, like, we have reciprocity and give help, receive help, right? I don't want to necessarily go too hard and too deep into trying to figure out what it means. Now, On the flip side of looking at this deck as a study tool, right, to understand more about practices and maybe more occult situations and practices and rituals and things like that, this might be a great setup, right? As somebody who is new to all of, the occult, mysticism, witchy things, this might be a beautiful kind of tool. So, we can see a lot of the mysticism beginnings, which we also sometimes see in the tarot as well, right? Some of these concepts also fall into tarot, right? Like fortitude used to be the name of strength, right? So there is a parallel here. Gratitude, grounded. Ooh, that was actually what I opened up to. Let's see if I can find that one again. I believe it looks to be, it is alphabetical, grounded. So some key words for grounded are stable, sensible, connecting the invisible to the tangible, a symbol, the middle pillar ritual, and the divinatory meaning. The grounded card signifies a state of deep stability and connection in your life. Like the middle pillar ritual, which visualizes a pillar of light grounded and circulating through the body of spiritual alignment, this card indicates that you are firmly rooted in your physical existence while maintaining a balanced connection with higher realms, indicating that you have established a solid foundation in your life. This stability allows you to weather challenges and maintain equilibrium even amid uncertainty. Your decisions are grounded by particular and common, practical and common sense. You approach situations with grounded perspective, making rational choices that serve your long-term well-being. You are connected to both earthly matters and spiritual energies in a harmonious way. This card suggests that you are integrating spiritual practices and insights into your daily life, encouraging your overall sense of purpose and fulfillment. There is a healthy balance between material concerns and spiritual growth. You are not overly focused on one aspect at the expense of others, but rather you find stability, equilibrium that supports your holistic well-being. In essence, drawing the grounded card suggests that you are on the path of stability and spiritual integration. Continue to nurture your stability and connect with potential down-to-earth practices, explores ways to integrate spiritual practices into your daily routine for enhanced clarity and alignment, while being mindful of maintaining a balanced approach to life, addressing both the material needs and the spiritual growth. As you do, you can trust the process and continue to cultivate a balanced and sensible approach to life's challenges and opportunities. Okay, so very long-winded about grounding. I kind of like the short paragraph. We said equilibrium like 3 times. So it felt a little bit redundant here, but the message was great. I would have loved to know more about the pillar. What did they say? It was... I lost it. Go back 1 page. The middle pillar ritual. Like, we hinted at it, right? The pillar ritual, which visualizes a pillar of light grounding and circulating through the body for spiritual alignment. Like, that's all we know about it. Like, I would have loved to know more about the ritual. Yes, okay, I can do more digging, but like, if you're gonna reference it, give us a little bit more. There is a project that I'm working on that I caught a detail that I didn't realize, and I'm like, oh, I need to talk more about this kind of like hanky code situation, because not everyone's gonna know what that is or where it even kind of started. So like, if you're gonna give a reference to something for people who might not know, we might want to be able to have more of a clarification in the guidebook and maybe not so much extra digging here. Table of contents in alphabetical order, as we speculated. A welcome to how to use this card or use this deck. Pretty straightforward guidebook. I just want to see if there's about the creators. All right. Adam Smith brings over 15 years of tattoo artistry and 3 decades of occult practices to the project. He is a creator of self-published The Hidden Veil Tarot, and we have their Instagram inside. And then Marcella is an accomplished artist and professional priestess. She conducts private spiritual sessions, teaches classes, performs public rituals, and is the creator of several well-regarded decks, included the Sacred Symbols Oracle and the Dreamer's Tarot. Her work emphasizes the importance of spiritual tools and promotes growth and healing. And their Instagram is listed. Now I can see why I kind of connect with the artwork, right? Because it does have that feeling of like old school tarot tattooing, which I kind of love, and I kind of want to get like a traditional, not traditional is what I was going for, a traditional tattooing. But it's interesting to say, like, manifestation connected to the Tree of Life. It's fun. It's an interesting and beautiful deck. To play with it, I'm currently playing kind of with another Oracle deck that I'm keeping kind of in my own personal practice. But this might be just a fun thing to maybe like pull for the month here, to see what practices or deeper research to go into. Back of the cards leads to upright and inversions here. Let's give it a little shuffle here. Shuffles beautifully. No issues. I've never really had an issue with Weezer Red Reel Publishing's cardstock quality. It's been really quite lovely. But let us play here for a second with a little tarot and oracle combination here. So we are talking about transcendent, and transcendent here I know the alphabet. Rise above, excel, infinite awareness, and exceed. Oh. All right, now we have more of the symbolisms here. Sun, moon, Markab, crown, star, serpent in an infinity symbol. The alchemical symbol for fire, elemental symbols for water, alchemical symbols for mercury, and salt. Transcendent is a card of powerful reminder of your potential to rise above and exceed your limitations, right? Now, why are we talking about transcendent here? Let's pull the tarot here. Well, we're talking about transcendent and rising above it so that we can get back to our own power, but understanding how the wheel of the world and of life kind of mixes things, right? You keep rising above things as the wheel keeps spinning because you are the center of the wheel. You are the spoke that holds the wheel spinning. Without you, there would be no world to be spinning, right? So head strong, stay fast, and focus on what you're trying to rise above, and remember who you are. Okay, all right. I'll mess with it. I'll mess with it. All right, let's play banishing. All right, well, banishing, letting go, getting rid of. It's giving freezer spells. Let's just see what are some of the symbols. A lesser banishing ritual of the pentagram, solar, and the element symbols. Okay. That doesn't necessarily mean anything to me, right? A lesser banishing ritual of the pentagram, which again, the lesser banishing ritual of the pentagram represents a structured method of banishing negative and establishing a sacred space. Breath work and the solar adornments invoke a clearing power of the air and sunlight, respectively, to purify the self and the surroundings. Okay. So what are we banishing, or why are we banishing? Well, we are banishing things that are getting in the way of our destinations, our goals, our successes, because we've got a trail to blaze. We've got things to go after. Things are in our way, and we're trying to have this moment of coming together of what we're working on. Okay. But also, too, banishing obstacles, banishing maybe people who are driving us crazy, and banishing somebody who is just too hot-headed, right? Or maybe it's like, hey, we gotta banish this, like, car situation, right? Because movement, chariot, car, right? If we go into this kind of silly element here. All right, manifestation. We're manifesting because we've got things to build and create for ourselves, right? Slow and steady is manifestation. We're invested wholly in this idea, but manifestation is what, my friends? Bam, belief plus action equals manifestation, because we are trusting our intuition and having things come deeper to us. Sorry, I'm fighting off Barney because he wants to jump in my lap. What? You're going to be in the video. Hi. So let's play one more here while I got the cat in my lap. All right, let's play reversal here. We're talking about the opportunity to feel joy, happiness here, because we have taken a moment to pivot, to pause, to reflect here on what's going on and what's happening with our joy. Where is it? Where is it gone? Or what are we looking to do to obtain more of this joy? Cycles. Things come and go, but also the pull of both of the suns, kind of having this idea that, like, the sun rises and sets, a new day always comes and goes. It is not the end of the world. Nothing stops another day. Ghost, the musical reference? Anyone? But this is a moment here that we get to look and see what it is that we're trying to pursue. This is a fun one. I enjoy kind of playing around with this. But my friends, a closer inspection of the cards themselves of the Initiate Oracle is coming up right now. I'll see you later, friends. Bye-bye.